Hi guys, now that you know everything about the interview, the testing and everything, you know how to prepare, you know how to pass them. Now you did. You're at the end. You passed your interview. That's it. Whether you fail or not, I don't know. Let's see what you do right after you pass your interview and let's go. Okay, after your interview, it doesn't matter if it's the United Nations or Costco or whatever the organization you applied for. This I recommend you do all the time. Okay, right after the interview, within an hour, email the person at HR just to thank them about, thank you very much for spending the time to testing the connection and organizing the interview for me. Thank you, it's greatly appreciated. That's it. If you have the boss or the people on the panel that interview you because you check them on LinkedIn, or now you can check them on LinkedIn because you have their names, I recommend that you send a 2-line email thanking everybody and saying that you're looking forward to, hearing from them. Not working from them, don't assume that you have the job. Don't reflect that you have it. That's not the right way to go. Now you're gonna wait some more, okay? Because it could take literally weeks, 5, 6 weeks, or half a year even, okay, before you're gonna hear whether or not you were selected. It's not a fast process, and a lot of occasions, a lot of organization can take a long time. In the meantime, you have your notes, you have everything, continue applying, okay? The more you apply, the more test questions you're gonna get, the more interviews you're gonna pass, the more comfortable you're gonna be, and the more chances you're gonna have to basically get a job at the UN or other organization. And again, if you tried for a P4 post and you feel that too much, maybe guys go down to P3, okay? Because the higher level, not necessarily at your level at the moment, or maybe you can enter at a P3, do 2-3 years as P3, and now you're in the organization and you increase to P4. But don't expect to go at the highest level immediately, even if you have a lot of experience in the public sector. What if you fail? Now, we're going to talk about failure before talking about success, because after success, there's a bunch of other slides on what to do next. But let's talk about the failure now so that we put that out of the way. So if you're the runner-up, okay, so for example, you were very good at the test, you were very good at the interview, but there was an internal candidate that they were hoping that would get the job, or somebody else was just a bit better, or maybe you're a man and they needed a woman because they're underrepresented in the organization. They might say, this guy was very, very good. Let's roster that candidate and put them on the list. So if you're rostered, you're going to be rostered at a specific level. So let's say you apply for a P3 post. Well, you're going to be rostered at P3 for, let's say the position was accounting. So accounting, P3, and you're going to be on that list. What does that mean? That means that an organization can look to hire an accountant at P3 level, look on the list, see who's rostered, send an email, only rostered candidate can apply. You will skip almost everything. Technically, the only thing an organization can do to recruit you is pluck you off the list. They're going to have a chit chat with you just to see if you're still interested and if it's still part of what you want to do, and that's it. You can get the job immediately. So being rostered in a bunch of positions is very, very good. Now, what happened if you're recruited? Well, first, congratulations. Second, your reference. Okay, so the reference that you initially put in, I recommend that you contact them immediately and say, okay, somebody from HR, whatever your UN organization or whatever company will call you, and please give me good reference. They might ask for contact on the phone, might ask for a letter or something like that, an email. They might email them, and the person just have to reply to the email saying, yes, I've known this person for many years. He's a good candidate, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. Make sure, again, we talked about reference before, so I don't want to circle there. You can watch a previous video. It's in the description below. Now, they're going to ask you to send your diploma and all your credentials, and I hope that the university you graduated from is not blacklisted. Yeah, some universities or colleges or whatever are blacklisted at the United Nations because some provide fake diploma. Some have been very terrible as far as education and stuff like that. So people that graduated from there are blacklisted. That's not very likely, but it is possible. Now they're going to send you your contract. Review your contract very carefully. Make sure there's no typo, errors in your name, passport numbers, and stuff like that, because that could delay all the recruitment process. Okay, if they send the passport of your wife, for example, to get a visa, and the passport number is wrong, and then that might delay it. So that's the point. So they're going to help you with all this. You have to make sure you have the right info, and then you send the contract signed, and then you're hired. Now at this point, if ever it lags too much, okay, for your taste, okay, you can start communicating with HR in a more professional and polite manner. Now you work for the organization, you've signed the contract, so technically these guys now work with you. They're your colleagues now, so it's okay to remind the organization, look, I was supposed to receive an email from you about the visa. I haven't received it. It's been 2 weeks now. Is it possible I didn't get the email? Is it something wrong? Do I need to do something else? That's perfectly fine. Now that you're recruited, okay, and you have your visa and everything, and you're about to fly to the country, it's perfectly fine to ask HR for hotel recommendation, apartment, stuff like that. It's a bit against my religion, but if you want, you can always go to an expat forum, start asking some question. I have a video about expat. I'm going to list it over there. I don't really normally go with expat forum because generally they don't have all the info. They're, it's not really the best place. UN can help you. Sometimes the UN will have a very nice onboard kit with a lot of help from HR, and sometimes they will have absolutely nothing and you'll be on your own. So it depends on the organization. Now again, here they should handle everything, okay, contracts and all that stuff. And I have complete videos on how to move to another nation, and I'm going to publish more. So guys, subscribe to the channel, give me the thumbs up, and I'm going to continue teaching you all these things. Now, make sure you read the staff rule. This is a $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000 decision if you don't read it. Trust me on this one. Why? HR does not know all the rules by heart, and they don't know you. Okay, so if your kid is a special need, for example, or you have some medical issues, maybe the HR make a mistake. Their flight that they put you on is 11 hours of flight, and they put you in economy. Well, you're entitled to business class. If we're talking 4 business class ticket for you and your family instead of 4 economy ticket, yeah, that's about $10,000-$15,000 right there. If you know your rules, you can just say, hey, according to rule 5.2.1, it says that I'm entitled to business class ticket, but you gave me economy. Is it possible that, there's a mistake? Something like that. Okay, if you know your rules, you'll be fine. Same thing, maybe your kid's entitled to a laptop. Maybe your kid's entitled to something that you want to buy before leaving. Maybe you're entitled to more money for relocation, more money for rent, something like that. If you don't know these points and you didn't read your staff rule, you might be in trouble. You might basically not get your benefit and just realize years down the road that you never got those benefits because nobody checked. Of course, like I said, I have courses on how to relocate around the world, but I just want to take you aside a little bit for a little example here. Now, here you might need some money, okay? We're not, and you see $22,000 and you're probably freaking out. Okay, why? Generally, you will be paid after you arrive. So your plane ticket, the organization might pay for them, okay, in advance, or you might decide to pay and get it refunded, depending. It's up to you. Also, you may or may not decide to use the organization to move your goods. I normally never do, and I have a video that I'm just showing you right now where I basically teach you how to save literally like $10,000 on your move. So $10,000 you pocket right away. The idea is this, okay? The organization will not, give you $1 if they pack for you and they do everything, but they will give you $18,000 if you move. So if you manage to do it for $6,000-$7,000 because you have friends, or you can do it by yourself and you save $10,000, that's good. But at this point, yes, you need to move, cancel your contract, cancel your lease, cancel your whatever, rent your house, or all the stuff you have to do to relocate to another country, return your car if you have a lease and things like this, your kids' school and all that. You have to pay for the new school. You might need some money. If you don't have, the UN have a certain staff accommodation and they can give you an advance on your salary. This happened, but not all organization can do it. So you may ask HR, again, you can discuss with them, but there's a chance you might need some money at this point, okay? So that's it. And that's pretty much all, guys. You went through the entire course completely, and thank you so much for still being there if you are. And well, I hope you'll be able to get a job. If you have anything, I'm posting jobs on my Facebook profile sometimes. I'm going to put them down in the description below as well. You can click on this, subscribe on the channel, or go to my Facebook page, and my UN courses are all there. All the information about the UN are there, and we have discussions and help. And if you have any question, please post them in a comment below and I'll help you out, okay? Take care, guys, and I see you in the next video on something else.